Hello, and thank you for joining me at Spooky Reviews. I'm the Ghostess, and I had a whole different video planned for last Friday, but I scrapped it the second I saw the finale floor show for Dragula season 666, because I wanted to talk about it. It's one of my favorite TV shows of all time, because it embodies my three favorite forms of entertainment: horror, reality TV, and the art of drag. For those of you not in the know, the Boulet Brothers' Dragula is a search for the next drag supermonster, bringing the creme de la creme of alternative art to center stage to see if they can show us filth, horror, and glamour better than the best. Without further ado, here are the 13 best looks from Dragula season 666. Let's begin our countdown with number 13. All aboard! Aurora Gosmic glistens and glimmers in her ghost train eleganza, looking radiant and lip-syncing the rail yard down, serving you sickeningly undead. She mixed Old West with Old Hollywood, and ended up stealing the show, and a win for the week. Number 12. While it didn't exactly give me silent black and white classic horror, Pye's monochromatic masterpiece did make me marvel. An illustrated furry frightmare come to life. It was sleek and simple while being something I've never seen before. I enjoyed a lot of what Pye brought to the table, but this was the one look that made me want a second slice. Number 11. This look had me singing "Oh What a Doll." Majesty looked just magnificent in her ragdoll couture, crocheted head to heel. Her characterization brought it to life with the perfect blend of creepy, cute, and clown that had me in stitches and wishing for more. Number 10. Anti-heroine steps out the gate serving you little shop of hoe, sparkling in stones and absolutely stunning in this Audrey 2 homage. I'm a total sucker for classic camp, and I'm so happy she took me somewhere that's green, in a shimmering ensemble that makes me want to suddenly see more. The vibes I get from this fang-tooth fern are enough to feed me all night long. Number 9. Nothing says Happy Independence Day like good old-fashioned capitalist swine. Vivi the Force serves it up hot and spicy. It's a saucy little look with a penchant for anarchy, with sweet and sexy chitlins on the side. Not only was this a hell of a lot of fun, but it left me squealing for more. Number 8. Not only did they rock their lip sync, but Grey Matter gave me glee in their Goblin Harlequin Killer Doll floor show. With all the clowns on stage that night, this one was giving me the most for my money. Everything was perfect right down to the details. With a splash of blood and a sinister smile, this jaunty little jester climbed straight out of a curio cabinet and into my nightmares, and gave me just a splash of glamour with the gruesome. Number 7. A lot can be said for a look that keeps it clean and uncanny valley. An anti-heroine's monochromatic monster gave me both in spades. It's amazing what jewel-encrusted eyes and a simple pair of pincers can do to make something both gorgeous and grotesque. Looking like a Silent Era, Silent Hill praying mantis queen, I would happily let this creature of the night eat my head off, as long as they were coming home with me. Number 6. I was a little disappointed with a lot of the Frankenhooker looks, but this one made me want to take a big ol' bite out of that kiwi, because Yuri totally sold me on their mad science sex kitten, looking like the byproduct of crossing Madonna with Monique Shame, and I'm not ashamed to admit I totally dug it. Not to mention they trampled the competition when it came to lip-syncing the song. I wish all of their looks had turned this many tricks, but I was happy to see them sink a win, and it felt 100% deserved. Number 5. I've never had to trigger warning something so wonderful as Asia Consent's suicidal ideation finale horror floor show fantasy. It puts a beautiful spotlight on dark subject matter, bringing us truly haunting horror and bathing it in beauty. She paints performance poetry with poise, with every detail perfectly placed without overwhelming the senses. Asia brought a new face of horror front and center that left me breathless. Number 4. I secretly wonder if this was their original choice for the black and white movie challenge. But when they found out so many people were doing a Dragula inspiration, they decided to save their sepia-toned bat creature for something else down the line. Because that look was such a miss for me, and this one is such a win. I feel like the Boulets kind of brushed it off, but I thought Jaharia dominated the stage. And even with its simplicity, the way they slinked down the runway was so stunning that I was left in awe. And their creature from the Black Lagoon was one of the best sea monsters I've seen on the show. Number 3. Honestly, when Asia Consent came out in their Mother's Day makeover for the Horror Holidays Challenge, I began cackling with delight. It basically got the at-home equivalent of a standing ovation. It's a demonic mommy dearest that's equal parts filth and frightening, and topped off with a terminated pregnancy for the ages. And I have to applaud the guts it took to make this look. It's an absolute winner in my book, and I'm glad the Boulets agreed. Number 2. Pinhead, eat your heart out, because gray matter came to raise hell. With reveals on top of reveals, this look gets under my skin in all the right ways. It's Cenobite chic brought to life with masterful mask making, and I am endlessly impressed of this ghoul's skills. Dragula puts the gore into gorgeous better than any other show, and I love this look right down to the bone. And here are some most honorable monsters that didn't quite make the cut. And the number 1 look from Dragula season 666 is... While Asia Consent is always gorgeous, her finale glamour look had me gutted. She serves supreme as a skeletal spider queen, shining sensationally from every angle, with just the right amount of exposed skin and sparkle. I adore the attention to detail, and honestly think this is the most stunning a Dragula contestant has ever looked. She's been a breathtaking beauty since day one, and while she might have walked into the competition with no wig, it's no wonder she walked away with the crown. So those were, in my humble opinion, the 13 best looks from Dragula season 666. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments below if I missed any of your favorites, and join me next time for another spooky review. See you then, and boo for now. And here are a few honorable monsters that spooks.